What's up, guys? Christian Ballard Sports Media. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Voice is still kind of sore a little bit. Let's use the napkin holder. Prop this up. I figured I'd not use up all my hours on StreamYard. I figured I'd just set it up on YouTube. But looking at Alabama's playoff chances for 2022, being realistic about the playoffs, about the season Alabama's had. First of all, Bill O'Brien will help him pack his bags. I've been saying that all year. If he returns next season, I'm going to riot. He's the issue. The play calling against a team like LSU, and then the defensive performance by Pete Gold. I give credit to Tennessee. They've had a Cinderella type of season. It just ended up going sideways the last couple weeks. But we need to clean house with our coordinators. There is no excuse. The Alabama standard is excellence. Year in and year out. Week in and week out. Day in, night. It's excellence. So, I'm going to mute my phone. I don't know if you could hear my notification sound or not, but. So, here we are. It's November 29th. We got another playoff show tonight. Not Selection Sunday yet. That's this Sunday. That's 5 days from now. Georgia could lose the SEC. Georgia could lose the SEC to LSU. I doubt it, because I'm just going to be realistic, and I hate to admit it. But Georgia's just a better team than LSU. And LSU's going to put some points up, no doubt. They're not that competitive. They're going down on Saturday. So you got one team in Georgia. I'll have to double check. I think it's Oklahoma State or Kansas State. It's like one of those two teams. Who does TCU play? It doesn't matter. Here's the scenario. What if they slip up and lose? They're a one-loss Big 12 runner-up. They didn't even win their conference. Do we leave them out? Does Michigan have to lose? What if we have a bunch of chaos this Saturday? And quite frankly, let me be clear. I don't want Alabama in the playoffs this season. I really don't. I know that might sound crazy. I know what the standard is for Alabama. Championships. I understand. But this is not the year. It's not a lack of talent. It's not Bryce Young or Will Anderson's fault. It's not even Coach Saban. The play calling sucks on offense and too many penalties on defense. So, And we'll probably, if we get in the playoffs, if cards were played right, Georgia's in there. What are the chances we're number 4 and Georgia's number 1? I know I've been hard on Georgia this year. I've said a thing or two here or there. Nothing too negative. I just kind of joked around and said stuff like Kirby's a one-hit wonder of a coach, and he's not going to win another championship even if he makes the playoffs. I know I've been wrong. Come to reality, Ballard. I hate to admit this. I really hate to freaking admit this. Georgia's a great team and a program on the rise. Are they the new Clemson? Remember a couple years ago we were talking about Clemson? How they were fixing to overtake Alabama? Obviously that's gone. Georgia might be the new Clemson. Now Alabama's dynasty's not over. They could easily next year win a title. I'm not saying this year's another year for Georgia, but I guarantee you, because of how they play defense, they might shut us down again. Great possibility. Great possibility. Let's see. The TCU, they win the Big 12 they're in. That's one team. You put them in any order. Well, we know we'll have TCU. We'll have a Michigan if they win. I expect them to. Georgia, win or lose the SEC title. Question is, does LSU get that 4th spot? I mean, the committee would have to be out of their mind to put Alabama in with 2 losses. If Alabama had won that LSU game, well, they would have won the West, of course. Or had won the Tennessee game. If they didn't have 2 losses, then maybe I'd be on here saying there's a chance. 2-loss teams just don't make the college football playoff. That's why I'm looking forward to an Orange Bowl or, Cotton Bowl or wherever they want to put us. Most likely it's probably going to be an Orange Bowl. And I've seen where projections say it's against Clemson. I'd be okay with that. I don't know what's going on with my throat, man, but it is sore and kind of killing me. I feel like I'm losing my voice. There's just so many factors. Like, you need everybody and anybody to lose if you're Alabama. And quite honestly, I don't see the point of even trying to pull for teams to lose. I'll pull for TCU to lose. Pull for North Carolina over Clemson. Well, Clemson's got 2 losses. They're done. They're done. So what does that one matter? By the way, that's probably going to be the one. If I'm not working, I'll probably go live for Clemson, North Carolina, because I do think that could be an interesting matchup. Winner of that plays Alabama in the Orange Bowl. You write it down in your book. That's our landing spot this year. Bryce Young's gonna go pro. Not that, and I know I've been on the record to say that he has to. He doesn't have to go pro. I know he's got a senior year of eligibility. If he wanted to come back, I wouldn't blame him. Maybe just because he wants a title. But at the same time, like, he'd be wasting his time, wouldn't he? He's ready for the NFL. Just go and take your shot, dude. I mean, We got Ty Simpson and Jalen Milroe to fight it out next year. We'll have some receivers back. I think a guy like Roydell Williams comes back. Chase McClellan. I mean, we'll have some guys returning. We'll have some young guys on the offensive line that'll have to step up, probably like the Brockmeyer twins. But, I mean, I don't know. I thought for sure this was going to be the year to do it. You know, if Alabama wants to get back to the playoffs and avenge Georgia last year, this will have to be the year to do it. What's up, Cody? That's not the case. It's not Alabama's year. I've accepted it. Now, I'll do what I can to pull for certain teams on Saturday, thinking there's the slightest hope. You'll find they won't get that fourth spot. I'll be shocked. I don't know what I'll do on here. I'll come on here and say something, do something. Alabama's not getting the fourth spot in the playoffs. Or Orange Bowl, probably even. Well, no. Because if LSU loses the SEC title, they're the next team in line in the SEC. They'll get the Sugar Bowl nod. So Alabama is Orange Bowl bound. Something like that. Probably even Citrus Bowl. Outback Bowl. Something. I don't know. This is the most disappointing season as an Alabama fan. Cody, I see your comment. I'm thinking Ty Simpson. 5-star. This is the most disappointing season I've ever seen for Alabama. Just the expectation, the hype. How do you replace everything from 2020? Take it to a title game and lose. And the next year you have 2 losses, you bring all that stuff back. Who the hell? Who does that? Well, you got a coordinator in Bill O'Brien that screwed it all up. Play calling's atrocious. I feel sorry for Bryce Young. I don't know who we're bringing in. And I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm fine with Pete Golding in some ways. I mean, if it were up to me and I knew who was out there, to bring in, then I'd let Golding go. Bill O'Brien, it doesn't matter who you replace him with. I guarantee you it's an upgrade. That's my opinion. Cody says he thinks that Jalen Milroe will be the next Alabama quarterback. I think it's going to be Ty, but it wouldn't surprise me if, because of experience, Nick Saban goes with Jalen Milroe. It wouldn't surprise me, and it wouldn't be a bad move. I just have a feeling Ty Simpson could work his tail off and earn the job. I mean, it'll depend on the spring game and practice. We'll have to see. I mean, it's probably going to be like, here's what I'm thinking. Jalen Milroe might get the nod to start with. But you remember what happened with the Trevor Lawrence situation at Clemson? We got to remember in 2018 actually, Trevor Lawrence did not start the first couple weeks. It was Kelly Bryant. Good recruit, good player, systematic, work with him type of quarterback. But then the 5-star freshman phenom comes in and takes his place. That's what I think could happen. It not necessarily is it Milrow's not doing any good. I think Milrow would be great. I just think maybe the coaching staff and Coach Saban see something in Ty Simpson and see it fit that maybe he needs to start, and they replace Milrow. Anyway, I've said my 2 cents on Alabama, on the playoffs. Here's what I got. I'll go ahead and give it to you. I'm going to go number 1, Georgia. Number 2, you can put them in any order. But I think the teams are going to be Georgia, Michigan, TCU, and I'm going to throw USC in there. You get the Pac-12, the Big 12, the Big 10, and the SEC in the playoffs. So. Did I literally just roll out of bed? No, I've been up for a little while. I do have a sore throat. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, so I've said my piece. I said the teams. You put them in any order you want. I think those will be your 4. USC, Michigan, TCU, and Georgia. Or actually, did they lose? No. Because the Pac-12,